You put on your sleek, transparent headset. Tonight, you're not watching a movie, you're in it. Your decisions don't just pick a pre-written path, they shape the ending, an ending that might not exist for anyone else. The main character looks oddly like you, and the soundtrack it's adapting in real time to your heartbeat. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is the entertainment of 2032. Welcome to the future of entertainment, interactive, immersive, AI-driven. Subscribe to GENSHIFT, the only channel where binge-watching the future is encouraged. Don't just watch the future, experience it. From passive TV watching to the endless scroll of TikTok entertainment has already been radically transformed. But the evolution we've seen so far is just the opening act. The next decade promises a revolution that will redefine reality, identity, and the very nature of human creativity. We're about to explore 5 bold predictions for how you'll be entertained and how you'll become the entertainer. Interactive storytelling. You control the narrative. First up, interactive storytelling, where you don't just follow the narrative, you control it. What if the next season of your favorite fantasy epic let the global audience vote in real time on which character survives the final battle? What if a horror movie on Netflix learned your deepest fears and tailored its jump scares just for you? This is the promise that captivated millions with Netflix's Black Mirror Bandersnatch. It was a watershed moment, proving a mainstream appetite for agency. We move from passive viewers to active participants. But here's the plot twist. In May 2025, Netflix quietly removed Bandersnatch and its other interactive specials, signaling an end to its grand experiment. Why, a Netflix spokesperson stated the technology had become limiting as the company focused its efforts elsewhere, namely gaming. The production costs were immense, and viewer drop-off rates were reportedly higher than for traditional content. The constant A or B choices led to a phenomenon known as decision fatigue, the same mental burnout you get from choosing a restaurant for too long. The future of interactivity isn't a pop-up quiz. It's something far more seamless. The next wave will likely borrow from game design using engines like Unreal to create lifelike environments that respond in real time, or AI that adapts the story based on your behavior, not just your clicks. For Gen Z, who grew up building worlds in Minecraft and navigating the chaos of multiplayer games, true interactivity is about systems, not just choices. They expect to influence the world, not just pick from a menu. For millennials who straddle the line between traditional and digital media, the appeal might be a more subtle form of control, where the story adapts around them without constant demands for input. The desire for agency is real, but Bandersnatch was just a prototype. The real future of interactive storytelling will feel less like a choose-your-own-adventure book and more like a living, breathing world that responds to your very presence. Immersive experiences, stepping inside the story. And that brings us to our second prediction, immersive experiences, where you step inside the story. Forget 4K. The next leap in entertainment isn't about more pixels on a screen, it's about removing the screen entirely. Imagine attending a concert with millions of fans from your living room, like the Travis Scott event in Fortnite, but feeling the bass vibrate through a haptic suit. Imagine a documentary on the Amazon rainforest where you can feel the humidity and smell the damp earth. This isn't a distant dream. The immersive entertainment market is projected to explode, reaching nearly $500 billion by 2030. The VR segment alone is expected to hit over $207 billion. Companies like Apple are laying the groundwork with spatial computing devices like the Vision Pro, which offers Apple Immersive Video 180-degree 8K recordings with spatial audio that put you right inside the action. Meanwhile, the market for haptic suits that let you feel the digital world is projected to reach over $19 billion by 2033. For Gen Z raised in the virtual playgrounds of Roblox and VR chat, this transition is natural. The metaverse isn't a foreign concept. It's just the next iteration of their social space. Millennials, the generation most interested in attending live events in the metaverse, might be more cautious, weighing the high cost of entry and the risk of social isolation against the novelty. But this leap into total immersion carries profound psychological weight. VR has been called an empathy machine, allowing us to literally see the world from another's perspective. Yet it also presents a powerful avenue for escapism. When virtual worlds become more compelling than the real one, the risk of digital addiction and dissociation becomes terrifyingly real. Studies have shown that prolonged VR use can trigger cybersickness, and one UCLA study found that 60% of rat neurons in the brain's spatial learning center simply shut down in VR. If your avatar is an idealized version of you, How does that affect your real-world identity? The ultimate immersive experience forces us to ask, where does the story end and where do we begin? We've explored digital actors and personalized plots, but what excites or freaks you out the most, AI musicians or being trapped in a VR rom-com you can't escape? Drop your thoughts in the comments or tell us if you'd let an AI write your favorite show. Drop a or and tell us why. AI-generated content. The algorithmic Muse. Now for our third prediction, and it's a controversial one, AI-generated content where your next favorite creator might not be human. We're entering the era of the algorithmic Muse. AI is no longer just recommending content, it's creating it. AI music generators like Suno and Udio can compose a complete song with vocals and lyrics from a single text prompt. Virtual influencers like Lil Miquela have millions of followers and land brand deals with Prada, despite not existing in the physical world. AI scriptwriting tools like Saga and Nolan are already being used in Hollywood to brainstorm plots and dialogue. Your next favorite actor might not be human, but hey, at least they won't get canceled. This explosion of AI creativity is forcing a cultural reckoning. For Gen Z who are comfortable with AI-powered filters and algorithmic feeds, the line between human and machine-made art may be less important than the quality of the entertainment itself. But for many millennials and for artists everywhere, this raises deep questions about authenticity. Can an algorithm trained on human art but devoid of human experience create something with soul? As artist Grimes puts it, AI isn't replacing artists, it's freeing them, but others worry it devalues human struggle and inspiration. The legal system is already playing catch-up. Major music labels are suing AI companies for training models on copyrighted songs, and the U.S. Copyright Office's 2025 report clarified that work created solely by AI cannot be copyrighted. This battle over authorship and originality will define the creative landscape for years. We are facing a future of infinite content, but we have to decide if a masterpiece created by a machine holds the same value as one born from human struggle. Hyper-personalized entertainment, your unique feed of fiction. This leads directly to our fourth prediction, hyper-personalized entertainment creating a unique feed of fiction just for you. You think your Netflix recommendations are personal now? Imagine a show that doesn't just recommend what to watch next, but generates the content itself just for you. An AI showrunner analyzes your viewing history, your social media data, maybe even your biometric feedback through your wearable device, and crafts a story perfectly tailored to your tastes. This isn't just a fantasy. The technology to detect and respond to a user's emotional state is already in development. It could change the main character's face to someone you find more relatable. It could adjust the plot to match your emotional state, giving you a triumphant story arc when you're feeling down. It could generate a unique ending that no one else will ever see. This isn't just personalization. It's the creation of a private narrative universe. Netflix already knows that personalized recommendations drive over 80% of viewership. Hyper-personalized generation is the logical next step. This is the ultimate engagement machine. For Gen Z who expect everything to be tailored to them, this is the dream. For millennials who are more wary of data privacy, it might sound like a nightmare. The biggest risk, the death of shared culture. If every movie and song is a unique experience for one, what will we talk about? The water cooler moments. The Game of Thrones finale, the Super Bowl halftime show could vanish. We might become so deeply immersed in our own personalized filter bubbles that we lose the common stories that connect us as a society. Entertainment has always been a form of social glue. Hyper-personalization might be the solvent that dissolves it. Co-creation and gamified culture fans as architects. Finally, our fifth prediction flips the script entirely. Co-creation and gamified culture where fans become the architects. The line between the audience and the creator is dissolving. This isn't just about fan fiction anymore. It's about fans actively building the worlds they love. Think of Twitch Plays Pokémon, a social experiment where over 1 million people collectively controlled a single game, creating a chaotic, hilarious, and completely original narrative. This participatory spirit is at the heart of the creator economy, a market projected to be worth $500 billion by 2027, driven by a generation where nearly half of Gen Z wants to be a full-time creator. Brands like Lego have already proven the model with Lego Ideas, where fan-submitted designs become official products, strengthening community loyalty. Future franchises might not be dictated from the top down. They could be built from the bottom up. Imagine a studio releasing the core elements of a new sci-fi universe, characters, worlds, technology, and then providing AI-powered tools for fans to create their own stories, their own series, their own games within that universe. Your fan-made character could become canon. Your community could vote to fund a spin-off series. This is the ultimate democratization of creativity. For Gen Z who live on participatory platforms like TikTok and Roblox, this is second nature. Millennials, the pioneers of online fandoms, will see their communities become official parts of the creative process. But this creative utopia faces huge hurdles. Who owns the intellectual property when 1 million fans write a story together? Without clear, comprehensive agreements established from the outset, co-creation projects are highly vulnerable to intractable disputes over ownership, usage rights, and profit sharing. And how do you maintain any kind of quality control? Managing narrative coherence and brand integrity with a massive anonymous user base requires robust systems like pre-publishing checklists and clear content guidelines. It's a chaotic, exciting, and legally ambiguous future where the power shifts from the studio to the swarm. Conclusion and recap. So where does this leave us? From a 3-minute vertical TikTok musical to a 3-hour VR odyssey you co-create with 1 million other fans, entertainment still boils down to one thing: connection. Connection to a story, to a character, to an emotion, and most importantly, to each other. The formats change, the tech advances, but the stories we crave, the emotions we seek, and the need to connect through shared experience remain. Those are timeless. The future of entertainment isn't just about passive consumption, it's about active participation, immersive realities, and the algorithmic muse. It's a brave new world where we are not just the audience, but architects of our own amusement. If this glimpse of the future entertained you, hit like and subscribe, and tag a friend you'd invite to a concert, in the metaverse, or to co-create the next big series. Because the future of entertainment is about to get wild.